turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Raiders going up against the Saints. With that, we're off to the Bayou, as it's time to debut our new broadcast team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Oakland Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Shift together here from the D-line. Wentz now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. So 2nd and 10 here. Wentz will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Wentz now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On play action, Wentz surveying the field. He's going to fire. This is caught inside the 15. And give him a gain of 37.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They run again with Peterson. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And it's 4th and 4. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Malik Jackson is very steady and awfully productive.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. 2nd down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. In his own end zone, it's Carr. And he hits the first-year man, Will Fuller. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, Peterson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Carr now on 1st down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Again, Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Carr to throw. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Time to step aside. We're back to New Orleans after this. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Running for it, here's Peterson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
We ready? Red 18.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. This will be caught at about the 3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devontae Parker from 19 yards away. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Wentz. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime.
Here we go. Wide 88. Wide 88.
start the drive with Peterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk to.
And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. On the direct snap, this is Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Hard to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Peterson. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
We're ready. Red 18. Red 18. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They try again with Peterson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Peterson on 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They complete it to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Wentz now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Darren McFadden. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Melvin Gordon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are back within a score. And for quarterback Carson Wentz, touchdown pass #1 of his career.
And he is so used to rising up on charts, moving up in people's minds. I first heard about him when he was a junior at North Dakota State. But I didn't get serious about scouting him until his senior year. And all I kept seeing was improvement throughout. He's got the frame, he's got the arm, he's got the athletic ability, and he has the moxie. Yeah, I'm with you. The first of many.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come up in an offset eye. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. You ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They come out here in the eye.
Wide 88. Wide 88. We're going to rally. Hey, we're going to rally. Shoot.
They pitch it out to Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's caught by Parker. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground. At the 37. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
And off comes to Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They come out here in the eye. Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. An entire crew of Raiders, an entourage there to make the tackle.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Single, slot. We ready? Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Zebra. Zebra. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to AP out of the backfield. And it's 4th and 4.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He sets to fire deep, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And Olsen over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
2nd down now after the incompletion. On play action, Wentz finding time, escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. tough spot here for the offense to start. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They give it to Peterson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. And they'll bring him down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Wentz to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Back to throw. Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off.